Okay, so now we proceed to the next organelle, which are Golgi body. Okay, so remember how to write Golgi body. Make sure you write G in a capital letter. Okay, and then the spelling must be correct. Okay, Golgi body and also Golgi apparatus, actually it is the same. Okay, so Golgi body, it is a single membrane organelle. So kalau kita nak bezakan dengan nucleus, nucleus has double membrane. But for Golgi body, it has a single membrane. Okay, and then it is consisted of flattened membranous sac called cisternae. Okay, so actually for Golgi body also, it has a stack of flattened membranous sac. Macam dengan rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so the flattened membranous sac we call as cisternae. And then it have two polar side, okay, which we call as cis phase, receiving side. Another one transphase or shipping side. Okay, so later I will show you the diagram. And then the sac are not physically connected. Okay, and then present in all cells, but it is most prominent in those that are metabolically active. Okay, so what is the function of Golgi body? Its function is to modify, sort, and ship cell product. Okay, so where does the proteins comes from? The protein and lipid comes from the endoplasmic reticulum. So once rough endoplasmic and also smooth endoplasmic reticulum transport protein and also lipid to the Golgi body. So what Golgi body will do? It will modify the protein and also lipid from both rough and also smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and then it will sort and also it will package them in vesicle. Okay, and then Golgi body also, it will produce lysosome for intracellular usage. Okay, or it will produce lysosome for the process that we call as intracellular digestion, and it will produce secretory vesicle. And inside of the vesicle, usually it will contain neurotransmitter and also hormone. Okay, so this is the structure of the Golgi body. Okay, so macam yang saya dah explain sebelum ni, so for Golgi body, it has cis phase and also it has trans phase. Okay, and then flattened membranous sac here. So this one yang ni yang kita panggil sebagai cisternae. Okay, so for cis phase, it is located near the endoplasmic reticulum, which it will receive the vesicle from the endoplasmic reticulum. So once kita katakan endoplasmic reticulum, okay, produce or we said that it transport the vesicle, so cis phase will receive the vesicle. Okay, so vesicle tu akan diterima melalui cis phase lah. And then for transphase, it is close to the plasma membrane. Maksudnya structure ataupun transphase ni dia adalah berdekatan dengan plasma membrane. So at the end of the transphase, the cisternae will pinch off to form secretory vesicle. Pinch off ni maksudnya dia akan, kita kata dia akan terkeluar lah. Okay, so that vesicle kita panggil sebagai secretory vesicle. Okay. And then next organelle are lysosome. Okay, so what is lysosome? It is a sphere-shaped membrane bounded. Okay, which is lysosome also we considered as single membrane organelle. Okay, sphere-shaped membrane bounded sac of hydrolytic enzyme that digests macromolecules. So means that inside lysosome, it has hydrolytic enzyme. So the function of hydrolytic enzyme, it will digest the macromolecule. So the lysosomal enzyme and membrane are synthesized by the rough endoplasmic reticulum and then transferred to the Golgi body. So means that lysosomal enzyme, actually it is a type of protein that is synthesized by the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So apa yang rough endoplasmic reticulum akan buat? It will transport the protein, in specific the lysosomal enzyme. Okay, and then it will transfer to the Golgi body. So lysosome bud from the transphase of the Golgi body. Okay, so kalau kita tengok based on this diagram, so this is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So inside of this transport vesicle, it has a protein which later it will be transferred, okay, to the cis phase of the Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. So apa yang Golgi body akan buat? It will modify, sort, and also it will ship the cell product. So once kita katakan Golgi body is already received the vesicle, okay, so later lysosome buds from the transphase of the Golgi body. Okay, so ni kalau awak nampak dekat sini, so yang ni kita katakan sebagai lysosome. So the shape of the lysosome is sphere shape. So inside of the lysosome, it has hydrolytic enzyme. Okay. Okay, so what are the function of lysosome? Okay, the main function, okay, it will involve in intracellular digestion. Because of what? The main function of lysosome are linked to the action of hydrolytic enzyme. Okay, so since inside of the lysosome, it contain hydrolytic enzyme, so it will involve in intracellular digestion. Maksudnya proses of digestion yang berlaku di dalam cell. Okay, so actually the function of the lysosome, we can specify it into three functions. The first one we call as digest macromolecule ingested by the cell. So how macromolecule will be digested? Okay, it is by the process that we call as phagocytosis. Okay, so if you look at the definition here, solid food ingested or taken into the cell through phagocytosis. Okay, so let's say this is the food particle. So this food particle will enter into the cell. Okay, so how this food particle will enter into the cell? So this process we call as phagocytosis. So the detailed process of phagocytosis I will explain in the cell transport later. Okay, and then once this food particle is already, okay, enter the cell, so this food will be enclosed within the structure that we call as food vacuole. Okay, so what happened to this food vacuole? Later, lysosome will fuse with food vacuole and release hydrolytic enzyme and digest the solid particle. So kalau awak nampak dekat sini, so Golgi apparatus, okay, it will produce the lysosome. So this lysosome will fuse with the food vacuole. So lysosome will release its hydrolytic enzyme and this the food content, okay, inside of the food vacuole will be digested, okay, and then the nutrient will be absorbed into the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, so this is the first function of the lysosome. Okay, so now we look at the second function of the lysosome, which it will involve in autophagy. So what is autophagy? Lysosome will release hydrolytic enzyme to destroy or digest the worn out organelle in the cell. Okay, so let's say there is a damaged organelle inside of the cell. So what happened to this damaged organelle? It will be destroyed by the lysosome. How lysosome will release hydrolytic enzyme? Okay, so this one kita panggil sebagai autophagy. Worn out means damage. Okay, and then third function, it will involve in autolysis or apoptosis. So what is the meaning of autolysis? It is self-destruction of cell. Okay, kalau misalnya autophagy, dia cuma akan melibatkan destroy hanya untuk organelle yang damage sahaja. Tapi kalau untuk autolysis, dia akan menyebabkan berlakunya destruction kepada keseluruhan sel tu sendiri. Okay, so example of autolysis is role in metamorphosis. Okay, for the example, loss of tail in tadpole. So kalau awak tengok tadpole, okay, so what happen daripada tadpole macam mana bila sahaja dia turn into adult, maksudnya dia jadi frog tu, so kita akan nampak dia punya tail tu akan hilang. So macam mana boleh hilang? Melalui proses autolysis. Okay, so for the next organelle, I will discuss on the next video. Okay, thank you.